Over-under betting in tennis is a popular and strategic way to wager, where bettors predict whether the total number of games or sets in a match will be over or under a specified number set by the bookmaker. Unlike traditional match-winner bets, over-under wagers focus on the overall structure and length of a match. This type of bet allows bettors to be involved in the action of the match beyond simply choosing a winner, adding an additional layer of excitement. While there are several factors that affect the outcome of over-under betting, one of the most important is the level of competition between the two players. Understanding how close-matched opponents influence a match can significantly improve the accuracy of your bet and increase your chances of success. The role of close-matched opponents. One of the most crucial factors in over-under betting is how closely matched the two players are. When two players are evenly skilled, the match tends to be more competitive, which usually leads to longer games. These longer, more drawn-out games increase the chances of the total number of games surpassing the bookmaker's set line, making an overbet more appealing. When players are closely matched, the match is rarely decided in quick sets. Instead, they challenge each other consistently, leading to more breaks of serve, extended rallies, and a higher likelihood of tiebreakers. These factors all contribute to a higher total game count, as the players push each other to perform at their highest level. Even if a player loses a set, they might fight back in the next one, making it more competitive and, in turn, adding more games to the overall total. A perfect example of this is when two top-ranked players face off. They're familiar with each other's game, and their matches tend to be longer and more intense, with fewer easy points and more extended rallies. This dynamic is perfect for an overbet, as the match will likely last longer than expected. How match dynamics shift. With unevenly matched players, while close-matched opponents often make for an exciting overbet, uneven matchups also occur frequently in tennis. In these instances, one player may have a clear advantage in terms of skill, form, or playing style. When this happens, it's less likely that the match will last long or go the distance. In these cases, betting the under may be the wiser choice. For example, when a highly ranked player faces an opponent who is ranked much lower, the dominant player is usually able to overpower their opponent quickly. This is especially true if the match is on a faster surface or if the underdog has been struggling in recent weeks. With fewer competitive rallies and games, the total game count is likely to remain low, making the underbet more attractive. A dominant player may win easily in straight sets, leading to fewer games overall. In this case, betting the under would be a safer option since a mismatch often results in a quicker victory and fewer games played. The influence of court surface. On match length, another significant factor affecting over-under betting is the surface of the court. The type of surface can dramatically change how a match plays out, influencing the length of points and ultimately the total number of games. Different surfaces favor different styles of play, and understanding the relationship between the surface, type, and the expected match length is crucial when making your bet. Clay courts are one of the slower surfaces in tennis, and they tend to produce longer rallies. The ball bounces higher and slower on clay, forcing players to work harder to win points. This results in a slower pace of play and increases the likelihood of longer rallies and more breaks of serve. Matches on clay courts tend to be more physically demanding and can drag on longer than on faster surfaces. For this reason, clay court matches are often ideal for betting the over. The extended rallies on clay courts often lead to more game opportunities, as the longer rallies give players more chances to win games, even when they aren't always in control. For instance, a long, exhausting match between two evenly matched players on a clay court may push the total number of games well beyond the bookmaker's line, especially if one of the players isn't able to close out games efficiently. Hard courts. Courts are faster than clay but slower than grass, making them somewhat neutral in terms of match pace. However, hard courts still favor aggressive players with strong serves. Players who can hit fast, accurate serves often dominate on hard courts, leading to quicker points and fewer breaks of serve. This can result in a lower total game count, making an underbet more likely in certain matchups, particularly when one player is significantly better than the other. Grass court. Grass courts are the fastest surface in tennis, and they produce the quickest points. The ball bounces low and fast, allowing players to finish points quickly with strong serves and precise ground strokes. On grass courts, matches tend to be short, especially if one player is able to overpower their opponent. For these reasons, grass court matches are typically more suited for the underbet, particularly when the players are not evenly matched. On grass, the high frequency of aces and short rallies can make it harder for the opponent to extend games, leading to fewer total games. Betting the under is often more attractive on grass courts, especially when one player has a dominant serve and a fast-paced game. Playing styles and their impact on over, under. Bets beyond the surface and the player's skill levels. A player's style of play has a direct impact on how many games will be played. Tennis is a sport that rewards both aggressive and defensive tactics, but these styles influence match length in different ways. Aggressive players who rely on strong serves, attacking ground strokes, and quick points tend to shorten matches. These players often look to end points quickly with powerful shots, which can lead to fewer extended rallies and, therefore, fewer games overall. For example, a big server like John Isner, known for his strong serve and ability to win points quickly, often plays matches that end with fewer games. Aggressive players can dominate their opponents, and when they are on form, matches can be over quickly. In this case, betting the under is the more logical choice, particularly when these players are facing opponents who struggle to return strong serves or are unable to engage in long rallies. Defensive or counter-punching players. Contrast, defensive players or counter-punchers who rely on retrieving shots and prolonging rallies create matches with longer points. These players are often content to wait for their opponents to make mistakes and will use their endurance to drag points out, creating a more drawn-out match. Counterpunchers like Rafael Nadal, known for his incredible stamina and ability to wear down opponents, often lead to longer, more exhausting matches. When two defensive players face off or when a counterpuncher faces a less aggressive player, the total number of games is likely to be higher. Betting the over is the preferred strategy in these scenarios, as these types of matches typically result in more extended rallies and more total games. Head-to-head records and recent form. Before placing an over-under bet, it's important to review the player's head-to-head history. Certain players may have a tendency to play longer matches against specific opponents, even if they're more dominant overall. This is often seen in rivalries where the players' styles create a dynamic that leads to extended matches. For example, when two players with contrasting styles, one aggressive and one defensive, face off, the match can go longer as the aggressive player may find it difficult to break through the defense. If these two players have played long matches against each other in the past, it's reasonable to expect another extended contest. Recent form also plays a significant role. If a player has been involved in several long matches recently, it suggests they may be more likely to engage in another prolonged battle. Conversely, if a player has been in strong form and winning quickly, the likelihood of a faster match increases, favoring the under conclusion. Under betting in tennis is about more than just predicting the winner of a match. It's about understanding the intricate dynamics of the match itself. Close-matched opponents increase the likelihood of a longer, more competitive match, making the overbet a more attractive option. However, surface type, playing styles, head-to-head history, and recent form all play significant roles in determining whether the total number of games will go over or under the bookmaker's line. By carefully considering these factors, surface, style of play, recent form, and head-to-head history, bettors can make more informed decisions and increase their chances of making successful over-under wagers in tennis. Whether betting on an over or under, understanding the unique elements that drive a match's length is key to maximizing betting opportunities. Over-under betting in tennis offers a different and exciting way to engage with the sport, and with the right approach, it can be a profitable strategy.